book of Mark. The book of Mark, and once you find Mark, go to the 14th chapter. Mark 14 and 14th chapter, starting at the reading. I'm going to start at the 32nd verse. Mark the 14th chapter, 32nd verse. Once you're there, let me hear amen. Amen. And it reads, "And they came to a place which was named Gethsemane. And he said to his disciples, Sit ye here while I shall pray. And he taketh with him Peter and James and John, and began to be sore amazed and to be very heavy. And he said unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here and watch. And he went forward a little, and fell on the ground, and prayed that, if it were possible, the hour might pass from him. And he said, Abba, Father, all things are possible unto thee. Take away this cup from me. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what thou wilt. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Usher, you may be seated. Y'all, I must admit, this is not what I intended to preach. I had, and that may be fine, but that just lets you know it's life in the church. But this is not the direction I was heading in this week. Because y'all remember, I've been talking about when winning looks like losing. But as I begin to study and as I begin to prepare, God just sent me in a totally different direction. And y'all, when I began to wonder, I was like, God, why? Anybody that know my schedule knows that I'm 1,000 things in running. And I wanted to stay on track with what I had been doing, but I've grown to the point to understand that you better follow and do what thus says the Lord. Yes. And be obedient to what God says to do. So in the middle of the week, y'all, I changed in what God said to do. Because this is for someone today, this word. And the word for today is a bad will versus God will. Yes. A bad will. Because see, sometimes we get stuff stuck in our head of how we want to do stuff. Yeah. And we dispel or we forget what God wants us to do. And we won't listen to God. But we'll listen to ourselves. But my question to you this morning is, which one is better? God. Your will or God's will? God's will. Well, you may be saying, well, Reverend, is this my God? You may be asking the question, well, Reverend, you talking about Jesus though. You talking about Jesus in a bad will, in a text? Well, keep in mind, Jesus was in his earthly form. And in his earthly form, Jesus was all man.
Amen.
Okay, let's walk for a moment. Jesus and the disciples have just now finished having the Last Supper. And so as they finished the Last Supper and they headed out, one of the 12, he decided to depart the party because he had other things in mind that he needed to do.
All right.
He didn't want to stay with the 12 because he needed to take care of some business that involved betraying the one that he had been eating and sleeping and talking with.
All right.
So if you look now, you see Jesus and 11 of the disciples are walking, and now they are in front of this place called Gethsemane. They're in front of this gate. Now it's Jesus and 11 of the disciples that are in front of this place called Gethsemane. And what's important about this is this place called Gethsemane was a place where olives would be pressed and the oil in the olives would come out. And this place called Gethsemane was a pressing place. Now this was a secluded place. It wasn't a place that was out in the open, but this was a place where Jesus would go and get away, and he would pray and spend time with his master. Okay, you missed it. Whenever Jesus would have things going on in his life, he had a place where he would get away and have a time where he would talk with his Father. Okay, whenever folk was talking about him, whenever folk was lying on him, whenever folk was mistreating him, he had a secret closet that he would go to and have a talk with his master. Can I pause and park and ask you a question this morning? Do you have a secret closet that you can go to whenever folk are troubling you in your life? Because sometimes we don't have a secret closet. Sometimes when folk talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. When folk hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. But can I offer you a word of advice? Instead of you getting back, won't you find you a secret place so you can have a little talk with your master. But if you look, here it is, Jesus and 11 of the disciples are standing there at the front of the gate, getting ready to go in. Now, as they get ready to enter, I'm in the text now. As they get ready to enter to go in, Jesus says, I need 8 of you to stay here at the gate. And Peter, James, and John, you come and go with me a little bit farther on the inside because I got purpose that I got to attend to. Okay? All 11 of y'all been walking, been talking with me. You've been riding with me. But now I got some serious business to take care of. So see, everybody is not going to be able to go. So 8 of y'all stay here at the gate, and I'm going to take 3 of y'all deeper as I get ready to go and handle my business. Everybody has been walking together, y'all ain't caught it yet. What I'm trying to let you know is that whenever God begins to reveal the purpose that He has for your life, some of the folk that's been walking with you, God just told me to tell you, you may have to leave them at the gate.
All right.
Because they're not ready to go deeper with you as He take you farther in your purpose.
All right.
You say, Reverend, why you say they're not ready to go deeper? Can I tell you why? Because see, some of the folk that you've been walking with, the only thing that they do is see you ain't really been listening. They don't do nothing but complain all the time. Because see, you ain't been really listening, but if you listen now, you can hear them complaining. The cup is always halfway full. They're always complaining about the sun is too hot. They always complaining about I don't never have enough. You see, if you listen to some of the folk that you've been walking with, so see, you can't take them with you as you begin to walk in the purpose that God has for you. So see, but then some of them same folk that you've been walking with, watch this, they're satisfied with where y'all at.
Yeah.
They satisfied. They don't want anymore. So you don't need to take them with you because you don't want folk that don't want more than what they already have walking with you. I told y'all may not want to walk with me, but I'm preaching for myself right now. If you got a whole bunch of folk that's around you that is satisfied with where y'all at, guess what? You're around the wrong folk. Because see, you need to surround yourself with folk that's going to push you up and make you want more out of life. Jesus said, Peter, James, and John, come on and go with me deeper into God. Now watch this. As they begin to walk deeper into God, the Bible says that Jesus became very sorrowful. And then that his soul begins to get so heavy that it began to feel as if he was even becoming to death. Whoo, y'all, that's deep stuff. This is Jesus that I'm talking about. Have you ever found yourself in a predicament like that? That the troubles of life have begun to climb on top of your shoulders and begin to weigh you down? I'm talking about you've had some serious stuff that happen in your life. I'm talking about some medical issues have showed up. Bad doctor's report. You don't lost jobs. Loved ones have died. You don't have this happen. You don't have that happen. I'm talking about you don't have some stuff that happened to you in life that you feel as if you wanted to throw in the towel. And that stuff don't begin to weigh so heavy on you and you wanted to throw in the towel. Well, you looking at me and saying, well, Reverend, no, I ain't never been there. Well, hold on.
Amen.
If it ain't ever happened to you, what makes you so special that if it happened to Jesus, that trouble like that won't come knocking at your door? If it happened to Jesus, don't you know that it'll happen to you too?
Amen.
But watch this. Jesus is still pushing to where he's going to, right?
Yes.
Jesus has now gotten to the point of where he's going to in the garden. He's there, Brother Sherman. He says, Peter, James, and John, I need for y'all to stay here and tarry and watch while I go to the Father and pray. Are y'all with me? We ain't gonna be long today, y'all. We got somewhere else to go. He says, stay here, tarry, and watch while I go and pray. Uh-oh, y'all. Y'all see that word, watch, what he told Peter, James, and John to do? That word watch has military overtones. What he was telling them to do, the picture that Mark was painting is that President Obama is standing. Y'all, I'm talking about our president. President Obama is giving. I'm talking about the president, y'all. He's giving a speech. And you have the Secret Service. And they're standing around. And their job is to look and to watch and to make sure that nothing happens while the president is giving his speech. Now, they're not to be asleep. They're not to be out. They're not to be sitting there doing nothing. But they have a job to do while the president is doing his work. Now, Jesus told Peter, James, and John to watch while I go a little farther and I'm going to pray. Y'all, I just set y'all up. Watch this. Jesus has now gone back to heaven, right? Hello? Y'all remember he fast forward. Y'all remember he died? He boarded a cloud. He gone back to heaven. He left the church. Back with a job to do, y'all. I just set y'all up. He told us to watch until he came back. So my question on the day is, are you watching until he come back? Or are you just standing around doing absolutely nothing? Because see, y'all, too many times the church, is sitting, sleeping. Some of y'all be sleeping up in here, y'all. Doing absolutely nothing. And Jesus is in heaven working. He's building the mansion that's not made by hands of man. Jesus is sitting on the right hand of the Father, interceding for your behalf and my behalf, y'all. He's working, but my question is, are you watching? Amen. Now, our work, now what did he tell us to do until he returned? Now, are you spreading the good news? Thank you for coming, neighbor. Thank you for coming, neighbor. Are you spreading the gospel? Or is the hungry being fed? Is the naked being clothed? Hello? Why y'all getting quiet now? I'm just asking, are you watching until he returns? Or are you sleeping? Because if you look in another translation, Jesus will come back and find these same 3 disciples sleeping. Amen. Okay, you didn't like that? If you look throughout Jacksonville, we see murder after murder in these streets. Church, are we asleep on the job of doing what God has assigned us to do? These kids are running rampant, and no one is stepping in and doing what they're supposed to do. Church, are we asleep or are we doing what we are supposed to do? Jesus goes on, I'll move. Jesus goes And he falls down and he begins to pray.
Yeah.
Now, watch his prayer. Jesus says, if it's possible, will you let this time pass before me? Y'all don't get it twisted, don't get it mixed up when he uses that word if. Because see, some people will see that word if and think that's a word of doubt. But see, a better translation of that word if is what Jesus was really saying to God was, because remember this is Father. Jesus was really saying, God, when are you going to fix the situation for me?
Yeah.
Are you going to fix it now? See, you missed it. You missed what I just said. This if wasn't the word of doubt that Jesus was saying. Jesus was asking God, when are you gonna fix this thing for me now? And see, I just helped somebody in this house today. Because see, you've been in some situations where you've been doubting, and I just helped you out. You shouldn't be doubting if God can work that thing out for you. You need to flip that thing around and say, not God, if you can work it out, but God, when you gonna work it out? Not God, if you can heal me, but God, when you gonna heal me? Not God, if you can supply me a job, but God, when you gonna supply me a job? Because see, word is it, if is doubt, when is faith. You just missed. I'm trying to help you this morning. Here it is, y'all. I'm about going. I'm gonna get you out there before 12 today. Jesus said, if it's possible. Now see, but watch the rest of his prayer. Y'all, I got another good one.
All right.
I got another good one. Watch this. In verse number 36, Jesus is still talking. He says, Abba, Father, all things, Sister Boston, don't pause. Uh-oh, you didn't get happy.
Yeah.
John Taylor didn't get happy.
I'm happy, absolutely.
Joshua, they not happy. Uh-oh. But better than not happy. Watch this. He says, this Jesus, he says, Abba, Father. Baby, they not happy.
Amen.
That two times?
Amen.
I'm going to say it one more time. Raymond, they going to get it. Cam, they going to get happy on this. Verse number 36. Watch my man. They ain't give me your name. I'm calling for you. They said, Abba, Father.
Yeah.
All things are possible.
Yeah.
See, let me show you why. See, this is why y'all not getting that. Y'all see that word Abba? It means Father. You see, okay. Here it is. See, that term Abba, it was used by Jewish children as they related to their earthly fathers. And the reason that they used it with their earthly fathers is because of their close, intimate relationship that they had with their earthly fathers. That's just like a child would use dad, pops. That's because of how close and personal a relationship that they had. So watch this. Whenever a Jewish grown-up prayed, they would never use this term Abba as it related to God.
All right.
Because they said no one was close enough and personal enough with God in order for them to use the term Abba as it related to God.
All right. All right.
But Jesus is in a fix.
Yeah.
Jesus is got some weight on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Jesus has seen where he's getting ready to go.
Yeah.
And Jesus is not calling on God. But Jesus says, oh. And you know what? There's been time in my life
Yeah.
when I found myself in a fix.
Yes.
I called on Sister Francis, y'all, and she wasn't able to help me. I called my mom and daddy, they wasn't able to help me, y'all. I called my pastor, he wasn't even able to help me, but then I called on my Abba. I called Abba, and he showed up. Not one time, I called him 2 times, y'all, and Abba showed up. He shows up every time. Every time I say Abba, he shows up. Now see, I see why some of y'all not getting excited. Y'all saying, well, Abba, I'm about like the Jewish folk. How in the world can you call him Abba too? Because I've heard your background. You got some marks on your record. You don't lie, you don't stole, you don't done some stuff. How can you get that personal that you can call him Abba in your prayer? Hold on. That was, if you fast forward, they're going to take this Jesus. They're going to march him up a hill called Calvary. They're going to build a cross. They're going to stretch him on the cross. They're going to nail him on the cross. They're going to raise his cross up. They're going to pierce him in the side. But then this same Jesus, he's going to lock his head, then he's going to die. But now when he dies, there's going to be a veil that's 40 foot tall. Now this veil is going to tear from the top to the bottom. And see, you ain't got happy yet. Now when this veil tears from the top to the bottom, it's going to open up the holies of holies. Okay, you still ain't happy. Now see, what should get you happy about that is, there were some courts. There was the general court, there was a court of women, and then there was a court of Hebrews, but then there was a holy of holies. Now the curtain is separated everybody from the presence of God. And the high priest was the only one that could go behind the veil. But whenever Jesus died, it was torn from the top to the bottom. So that meant everybody that was behind the veil, guess what? You was all the way back there. And now you can go behind the veil. Here it is. So since you can go behind the veil, now you can call him Abba. You missed it. Now you can get up close and personal with him. Now you can call him Abba because now you got a personal relationship with him.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all gonna make me get sweat in my new shirt. Now, he says, Abba, Father. All things are possible. But now look at what he says. All things are possible. But now this Jesus talking. But even after he said that, and I'm gone, take away this cup. Now this is what I'm going to slow down. And I need for you to catch it. He says, take away this cup. Don't miss the cup. He says, take away this cup. Now, some people will say that the cup was a cup of pain and suffering. That Jesus didn't want to go through the crucifixion. That Jesus didn't want to be tortured. That Jesus didn't want to be lied on. That Jesus didn't want to go through all that. Wrong answer. The cup that Jesus is talking about, that he did not want to be separated from his Father. Are you listening to me? Jesus saw the separation that was going to take place whenever all of your sins and all of my sins was going to be placed upon him, and the Father was going to have to If you go back to the cross, you remember when it got dark on the cross? That was when all the sins of the world was placed upon Jesus. And the Father had to turn his back on him. That is what Jesus was saying in the car. Don't ever forget this. Sin separates you from God. You just missed what I said. Don't think you can live a life of sin and it does not separate you from God. But Jesus says, Lord, take this cup away from me because I don't want to be separated from you. Watch this. Jesus valued his relationship with his Father that much. Can I ask you a question? See how low I can brought it down? I'm talking in my inside voice now. How much do you value your relationship with God? That's not a quick question I want you to answer. The reason that I don't want you to give a quick answer to it, because the value of your relationship that you have with God show up in the actions that you do. If you value your relationship with God, it shows in the things that you do for God. Anybody that you love, you just don't show it in words. You show it in the things that you do for him or her. Don't talk me to death. That was good, one of y'all. Show me.
All right.
Yo, that was God telling let this cup pass from me. But watch Jesus. Jesus thought. Jesus says, but if I don't take this cup, there's a country boy that's all the way from Mississippi that need to be saved. If I don't take this cup, he won't be saved. So you know what, God? Not my will, but God,
Your will.
your will. Because see, God, my will will leave me with you. But God, it's bigger than me. So see, God, not my will, but let your will. Because see, whenever you mature in God, you are able to say, it's bigger than me. Not my will, God. I'm going to get on your page and your will, let your will be done. How many of us in this house today is able to say, you know what? Not my will. Not my will. Because guess what? See, my will will say, I'm tired of going through what I'm going through. My will say, you got one more time to do it. You got one more. My will says, I'm not going down there. That is my will. My will say, they got enough, they don't need no more. I'm talking about my will. My will says, not my will, but thine will be done. When are you going to allow God's will to override your will? We stand.